Yeah, I mean, especially so we took down a full city block in downtown St. Petersburg, Florida, in the Warehouse Arts District, and that was a major redevelopment. Uh, it was sub 50% occupied. The structures were more or less dilapidated. One didn't have running water, sewer, electric, and amidst the COVID kind of construction price boom, where every day you were seeing price escalations, you had to pivot in terms of what you were able to achieve and when, the types of tenants that you were trying to attract. And so, what started out was, a business plan with a certain price execution. You have to adapt and you have to navigate as to how to, handle that in real time, without being too stressed over, the outcome.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Erika, and today I'm excited to be chatting with Brent Lieberman of Levelan Partners. He's been shaking things up in the real estate world. Brent, I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you, Erika. Pleasure to be here.
I think our listeners are going to have a lot to learn from your journey, so let's dive on in. For our listeners who aren't familiar with your world, can you give us the rundown and share what led you to real estate?
Yeah, absolutely. So, college, went to University of Wisconsin-Madison, dual degrees in real estate and finance. That translated to an internship at Blackstone, where I was part of their private placement group, where we were fundraising for both Blackstone and third-party private equity funds specific to real estate. And that kind of opened my eyes and exposure to the institutional side of real estate. Knowing that I wanted to be more on the acquisition side of the business, I had moved to Denver, Colorado, where I worked for a company called Amstar. And what was unique there was they were a family office with third-party capital adjacent, and they had large exposure both domestically and internationally. And so we were able to work on all property types in many different geographies throughout the world. And so for your young 20s, coming right out of college to be able to jump into something like that, it was quite intriguing to me. And then a few years later, the Townsend Group, based here in Cleveland, Ohio, where I am now based and from, they brought me in to work in their special situations group. At the time, they were about a $5.5 billion group amongst 8 of us, where we were tasked with deploying capital alongside JV or co-investment partners, both in the U.S. and abroad. So it was nice to be able to be closer to family while still being able to work on multiple property types. And one morning I'd wake up working on a deal in Orlando, Florida. The next I'd be working on a large-scale portfolio in Japan. And so that diversity and kind of depth of experience really led me to have the skill set to, in May of 2019, start Levelan Partners on my own here, where we specialize in the industrial sector. That's all we do. We do stabilized net lease acquisitions, as well as value add opportunities in the Midwest and Southeast U.S., with a primary target of industrial properties below 250,000 square feet.
That's really, really awesome. For our listeners who want to get, that are new to real estate and want to get into a similar space like you, what kind of advice would you give them?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
A coffee meeting or setting up a phone call never hurts. I think what you'll find is a lot of the professionals, and lean on your academic networks, whether that's from your neighborhood or your college. Reach out to people that you think have interesting career paths and learn from them. And all it takes is someone to slightly open a door for you or make another introduction. And a lot of times you'll find that those warm introductions lead to first opportunities into the career path that you'd like to proceed with. So that to me is a big leg up, and don't be shy to reach out.
Yeah, that's some really solid advice there, Brent. When it comes to the deals that you've done in the industrial space, what has it looked like for you when it comes to sourcing deals? Has that been through your network? Has that been through technology? Can you walk us through that?
Combination of both, frankly. But it's a matter of maintaining relationships, and uh, the better you are at staying on top of the markets that you want to pursue opportunities in, and building a rapport with your counterparts. And above all else, it's execution and ability to close. So when you can exemplify that you're easy to work with, you stick true to your word, you close on opportunities, and you're a pleasure to be, on the other side of the table with, more times than not, more deals will come. And I lean heavily on that approach, and so far it's worked well for us.
Yeah, that's really great. What kind of trends are you noticing in the market that other investors should be aware of right now?
Well, trends, it comes in all shapes and sizes and depends on your kind of niche within the sector. We specialize predominantly in that single tenant net lease space. Um, but you're seeing, for just one example in the industrial sector with reshoring, where manufacturing, there might have been a lot of concentration during COVID in the distribution space. There's been a bit more focus, also on the manufacturing sector domestically here. But, to me, I think it's just continue to gain that experience and expertise in that particular pocket. And again, this doesn't apply to only industrial; it can apply to retail or office, et cetera. But the more you build your brand around what you're good at, more deals, and kind of the quicker you're able to scale.
Yeah, that's really solid advice there, Brent. When it comes to the deals that you've done, have there been any where you've had to completely pivot or change what you were doing? Every real estate pro has a moment like that. Can you share one of those on your journey and what you learned from it?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, I mean, especially, so we took down a full city block in downtown St. Petersburg, Florida, in the Warehouse Arts District, and that was a major redevelopment. Uh, it was sub 50% occupied. The structures were more or less dilapidated. One didn't have running water, sewer, electric. And amidst the COVID kind of construction price boom, where every day you were seeing price escalations, you had to pivot in terms of what you were able to achieve and when, the types of tenants that you were trying to attract. And so, what started out was, a business plan with a certain price execution. You have to adapt and you have to navigate as to how to, handle that in real time, without being too stressed over, the outcome in terms of just knowing that you got to lean towards your execution strategy. So you'll hit bumps along the road, but we were able to make up for it, in getting creative and making smaller units and charge a little bit more rent, or refined some of the what I would call discretionary spending, and applied that once we had secured a tenant, so we weren't putting those dollars at risk, and instead focused on putting dollars into the true infrastructure, like new electric, for example. So you kind of adapt to the ebbs and flows of the market and perhaps the timing, but you still have to lean on your initial business plan. And so while shifts occur, stay true to that plan, because once you go awry, things can happen. At least that's from my perspective.
Speaking of shifting, one thing that can really shift is the tenants that you have, or the quality of them. From your perspective, how do you, try to maintain that consistency, whether it's having the desirable amount of tenants or the quality of them?
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty strict on our underwriting criteria, both from a building perspective, but also from a tenant perspective. So that leads to evaluating the underlying credit and financial health of a business. We're a smaller, nimble firm, so I'm not looking for strictly publicly traded corporate credit clients. But even if you're dealing in the local or regional sectors, it's very important to be face to face with the client or the tenant, have a review of their historical financials, understand the nuances of their business. And, if you get comfortable with that, that's a solid foundation for knowing that you'll have a longer term relationship with that tenant, versus, the opposite, which is just trusting that they're positive and healthy because they have a large footprint. Size does not necessarily mean they're financially stable. And that's something people should be cognizant of.
Yes, absolutely. And or I'm assuming there's people you've had to turn away in that situation, that things maybe looked okay on the outside, but then you did some digging.
Absolutely. Yeah, it happens. And, it also factors in when you're buying a building and you think it's a great opportunity and you take a look under the hood and it's not up to your standard. And that's why we keep our standards so high, is that, it's got to check all the boxes to make sure that it's a sound investment for us and for our investors. So we're very keen on the financial health of every underlying tenant that we have in our portfolio.
What do you have on the horizon at Levelan Partners? How are you looking to grow and scale?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're about 5 to 600,000 square feet today. We're looking to cross the million mark by the end of 2026. With that said, it's deal by deal driven. So we're not going to compromise quality for scale. If we miss the million square foot mark because we only bought a couple deals that we thought were really strong, we much rather be in that position than, intentionally buy deals to exceed that million square foot goal, while compromising the quality, or perhaps, like I said, checking all the boxes. We need to make sure we hit 10 for 10 on every deal that we do. And it helps in the long run. We rather grow slow than grow quick and have problems down the road.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. Well, Brent, this has been awesome today. If someone reaching out wants to connect, learn more, maybe they're interested in doing a deal, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Yeah, absolutely. So LinkedIn is a great resource. Please find us, Levelan Partners or Brent Lieberman. Happy to speak direct. You can message me directly on there. There's also an info section on our website, levelandpartners.com. You can see a sample of our portfolio on there. But like I said, we're a small, nimble entrepreneurial group here. Uh, we love to engage with prospective clients, prospective investors, etc. So please reach out and happy to connect.
So yes, I hope people do. We need more people in this space who want to grow and scale, but do things the right way. Do it responsibly. It's better for everyone.
Absolutely.
Well, for our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you're subscribed to the Real Estate Pros podcast. We've got more conversations lined up with experts like Brent, who are building fantastic real estate businesses. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you for having me, Erica.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.